I think we're here. Hey, what's up, DJ? DJ Play Nice. What's up, man? I think we got good bars. I reset my modem before I started, so we shouldn't have any buffering issues or anything else. Let me see. Yeah, it's just me again today. Like I said, our schedules, my son and my schedules are completely conflicting right now. I was working the mornings and day shifts, and I wasn't making enough money, so I had to switch back to the evenings. Still not working super late, but much later than I had been for a while. But the downside to that was I don't get to hang out with my son as much. He's a daytime worker, and I'm a nighttime worker, and I've been working about 6 nights a week, sometimes 7. So anyway, I'm a little fumbled here. I set this up, and I actually started a few minutes early. I was supposed to start at 2, I think, but oh yeah, I have a shift later, and I wanted to have time to get my nap in. I get a little grumpy when I don't get my nap in. So anyway, I didn't. I need to get their page up real quick. Let me open up a new browser here. Let's see. I don't like that. What did you just do? Oh, my fucking computer's trying to auto window everything, and I don't like that. Let's see here. All right. And you go to Discogs. Oh, it didn't bring up my page. It usually... There it is, Treacherous Collection. I don't know if you can go on Discogs and actually look at my collection in particular. I haven't been able to find how to look at a certain person's discography on their what they own or whatever. I know I've got all my records on Discogs, but I don't know how to direct people for you to see what all I have. Of course, a lot of it's been recorded and slowly uploaded daily. So, hang on one second. Cut the cake. All right, this is we're gonna be listening to "Cut the Cake" today. Not in its entirety, of course. I'm gonna kind of go through it. I'm gonna cut through the cake. Hey, what's up, Nuji Boo Boo? Good to see you. What's up, Arcana? Of course, always good to see y'all. This album came out in 1975. It is one of my. I like this album a little bit more than a couple of the others, I think. Where's my damn shit keep going? There we go. I don't know why I keep disappearing. But this album came out in 75. It's got just bangers front to back. I don't remember not liking anything on this album. This album kind of reminds me of Deep Purple's Taste the Band. You know what I mean? It's just kind of to me, it's just kind of the culminating album for their sound and their feel, their vibe. These are some funky white boys from Scotland. I believe they're the only funk Scottish band of the era. I may be wrong. There may have been others. Probably were over there that didn't quite make it over here as far as popularity. But average white band. I actually started buying their albums not knowing anything about them, and was surprised to get comments from people that had experience or memories. Like I said, I one comment in particular was somebody remembering watching their dad play these albums and dance to it and sing along. So that was pretty cool. I like hearing stuff like that, and I like hearing from people that know about these obscure bands that I never really heard about. Of course, I was, born at the end of the 70s, so I didn't really come into the age of awareness until, the mid 80s or so, early 80s. And by then, everything was pretty fucked. I mean, honestly. Everything was pretty fucked by the mid 80s. I have found a few albums, a couple of these bands that do have a good sound. Some of the disco tech sounds I like. Of course, I always enjoyed the Bee Gees growing up. Staying Alive was one of my favorites, and they got a few others. I always it always amazed me at how highly they could sing. Their falsetto, I guess I think is what it's called. So Bacardi and Coke, like a maniac. I had a couple beers last night. I get into. I don't always like beer, but I do get into the mood occasionally. Every so often, I just decide I kind of want a beer, and I've been wanting a beer a little bit more than normal. I'm on my second case. It's third case. But so I had a couple beers last night, and I actually uploaded two of the songs that I was kind of digging on listening to. What was it? The Fantastic Negrito song that I uploaded today, and there was another one. I'm trying to think. Maybe it'll come back to me. But as I said, I just kind of listen to this music while I'm at work, and I listen to this music, when I'm off work, and just kind of try to remember the ones that hit just right and have the right vibe. And that's what I uploaded today, and that's what we're going to be bringing today with the Average White Band, Cut the Cake. So like I said, it's a lot like Deep Purple's Taste the Band for me. Every song is just a banger front and back. It's got a really good vibe to it. So we're gonna go get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and play their title song, Cut the Cake, because it's the first song on the album. I won't have to search for it. Hey, what's up, NSC lady? Good to see you. I kind of see the chat over there. I couldn't see what y'all were saying. Let me look real quick. Black Dahlia. I remember something about that. You might have to refresh my, give me a synopsis or a recap. I remember something about that. Roller rinks. Oh yeah. Well, what's crazy about that is, that was still really big for my generation in middle school and early high school. I'd say junior high and high school, early high school. Before you got your license and had a car to drive. We had a couple of skating rinks that we hung out at. The main one was Sand Springs. There was a skating rink in Sand Springs that we went and hung out at. And I was actually really good. I was really fast. I never rolled the inline skates. That was right when inline skates came out. I never had those. I always rode the old school four-wheeled skates, conventional, I guess. But yeah, me and my brother, we was pretty quick on that floor, man. There might have been somebody faster than us occasionally, but for the most part, me and him we were the kings of the ring, the kings of the roller rink. But yeah, great memories. Just rolling around the roller rink and dancing to music and just trying to meet females, trying to fall in love so I could have a girl to hold hands with during the couple skating only. You remember that? And the couple skating, they turn the ballroom light on. They'd play a good slow love song. I think the main one was Shameless. They played Shameless a lot. Garth Brooks. Of course, Garth Brooks is a local of Tulsa, so he was pretty big here. I think at one time Garth Brooks was the biggest country musician in the world. I think he's still got some records that hasn't been broken. So, oh yeah, Sand Springs. Yeah, That's where I would go to get the ladies. Sand Springs had a lot of blondies, and everybody knows the blondies are a weakness of mine. And yeah, we lived in West Tulsa, but Northwest Tulsa, and Sand Springs was our go-to. We would go to the library down in Sand Springs, and we go to the skating rink. We often went to the restaurants and shit around there. And yeah, between West Tulsa and Charles Page, there was a lot of foolery going on, a lot of tomfoolery, a lot of wasted time. Hey, what's up, Tier 5? Good to see you. You know, we hadn't even actually gotten into the music yet. I've been kind of running my mouth for fucking 15 minutes. That's crazy. The hell was I going to say? Yeah, I was going to recap for those that weren't here. My son's working. Our schedules are conflicting. I don't know when they're not going to be in the near future. He'll be here whenever he can be. We'll do some late ones whenever we can. But like I said, most part, all that flooding and shit, even though we got moved to a different apartment, it's just kind of lit a fire under my belly to get more money made so we could get the fuck out of here and actually get our own land again. I really I miss growing. I've gotten 2 seasons now. This is my 2nd season. I didn't get to grow anything, and it kind of sucks because once I really got solid with it and really figured out what I was doing, I lost my space. We sold the house, and I didn't have the space to grow anymore. So I retain all this information, and I've got all the energy to do it. I just don't have any space. Literally don't have a space to even put up a 2x2 around here. So anyway, I'll get back to growing hopefully by next season. And until then, I'll be working, like I said, 6 or 7 weeks a night. Just being out there trying to make what money I can. Some nights are really good and others aren't. So yeah, the Thunder rolls. I did buy a Garth Brooks. It was like a triple live album. I think it was called Whiteout, or all of his songs on there that I wanted. So I thought it was a good buy, but it was a live album, and dude, like half of the fucking songs, it's just him listening to the audience sing the song back to him and shit. It was horrible. I really didn't enjoy it at all. I didn't record it because you know when you're buying specific albums for specific songs, you want that feeling that you had on the radio when you heard it come, the DJ introduced the song on the radio and shit, and you get excited. You'd hit the record button real quick, and try to record that song and hope the DJ didn't fuck it up too much, you know what I mean? Talk too much over the intro or the ending. But I think we lost the camera for a second there. Fuck. Oh yeah, the Garth Brooks album. Yeah, it just wasn't. It was just a live album, and it was too much audience interaction, too much pandering to the audience, and like half the songs, like I said, all you heard was just the crowd singing his music, and it's like, I remember back. I've never been to a Tool concert. I do love Tool, but a buddy of mine told me that Maynard was real particular about how the shows went, and he would like shut the crowd up. If the crowd was like singing his music along, he would be like, shut up, nobody wants to hear you singing my song, they want to hear us sing it. So yeah, I'm looking for, I think it's No Fences, I think the album is called something Fences, that's got all the ones that I liked, the ones that I really wanted or whatever. He might have had a couple other songs on some other albums, but for the main ones was, I think it's called No Fences. I haven't found that on vinyl yet in the store, so I have been looking out for it. And I did manage to sell that. I managed to sell the Garth Brooks live collection for more than I paid for it as a trade-in for more albums. So it all worked out. I think I paid 20 or 30 for it, and I got 20 or I got 10 more for it at another store. because I barely opened the shit. You know, it was all still pretty much brand new, and so I got a good deal, and I got more albums that I actually enjoyed, and yeah, I will be. That will be one country album that I'll buy. I'm not a big country fan, but there was a period in my early teens that I was forced to listen to country or gospel, and being super analog. I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, I was forced to listen to country at 14 to 16, I think, and so there's a period in the 90s where there was some country music that I enjoyed, or I was forced to enjoy, learn to enjoy. But y'all know it's just not my vibe. I like hardcore stuff. I like hard rock, hard rap, and I love the funk. You know, and my son's actually teaching me to enjoy less aggressive music. You know, he's teaching me to enjoy more jazzy music. Arcana suggested a bunch of artists, a few artists that turned me on to different sounds than I'd ever really allowed myself to enjoy. Traffic, I believe, is one. I don't know if I can give her credit for War, but I know that it was around that area with Steve Winwood from Traffic, and then we had Eric Burton, who was with the Animals. So going back before that and grabbing some of those Animals albums and hearing, you know, how this sound kind of progressed and formed. There's a funk in everything, dude. I found funky music in every genre. And I believe that's what, you know, is key for a good song. You know, in my opinion, I think most music, the most good music, there's some funk in there. You know what I mean? There's a spirit, there's a vibe, there's an energy. You know what I mean? And I like the real grungy funk. I like the real hard, grungy, just dirty, muddy funk. I think they call it mud funk down there in Alabama. So, you know, when we started this venture, I started collecting vinyls. A big part of it was Muscle Shoals recordings, and I've lost count. Last time I counted, I had over 15, 16 albums. I think I'm over 20 of the original Muscle Shoals recordings. And again, I do suggest anybody that claims to love music, anybody that thinks they love music or understand music, I want you to look up the Muscle Shoals documentary. It's available on YouTube. It's been available on YouTube for free in the United States. I know it's not available in some other countries. I know Aiken wasn't able to access it up there in New Zealand. So it may not be available for like people like Diana. I know Russia gets blocked on everything anymore, and Belarus gets a lot of blocks. But yeah, look up the Muscle Shoals documentary, and I defy you not to come out a changed person and have a changed view, and not be physically moved, just emotionally moved by that documentary. It is a really good documentary, and it's very eye opening, and it you know it kind of smashes a lot of misconceptions about people and about, you know, where this music started, you know, because, you know, a lot of people don't know that Lynyrd Skynyrd's first album was recorded in Muscle Shoals, and 3 of their top songs, Simple Man, Freebird, what was another one, Midnight Special, several others, was recorded there at album, not only recorded but written while they were at Muscle Shoals. They were inspired. So I've got a James Brown album. What was it? I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. We've just been looking, and you can see when you go through, you read inside the labels of this stuff. A lot of them will say Muscle Shoals. There you go. Appreciate that, DJ. I was thinking I should try to find the link. I was going to try to find the link on our break when I started playing music. But yeah, y'all check the documentary out. It's a little slow starting. You're not going to know what's going to come, but I guarantee you're going to come out just amazed. You're going to come out having a different viewpoint because, that's what it did for me. So, and I credit an old friend of mine, Charlie, who pressured me to watch it a number of times. The title Muscle Shoals documentary does not sound appealing. It didn't sound appealing when he told me about it. So I didn't really listen to him. But the third or fourth time when he finally looked me in my eyes and grabbed my shoulder, said, "Dude, you really need to watch this documentary." I finally did, and I thank God I did. So I've been pressuring people to watch it ever since. Whenever it comes up, whenever I think about talking about it, it's not even some of it; it's almost all of it. NSC, almost all the greatest music from the '60s, '70s, and early '80s. It came out of one area, and I don't want to ruin it for you. Just y'all should check that out. That's all I'm going to say. So here we go. We're going to cut the cake. It's time to celebrate. We're going to cut the cake. I'm going to light a joint, smoke them if you got them. And what is today? It's Wednesday. We're on hump day. We're having a good week. Hopefully y'all are having a good week. Hopefully the weather's good. We're super hot here, so I don't mind staying indoors and doing this show through the afternoon and going out later tonight when the sun goes down, right? So, all right. Without further ado, we'll be back.
side. I need a little piece to keep me satisfied.
All right. Yeah, sorry, it's a little weird not having my son's assistance. I didn't really care for You Gotta Move, but Wild Horses was one of my favorites of all time from Rolling Stones, and Brown Sugar's got to be one of their biggest hits. There was a Chemical or not Chemical Brothers. Who was it? Let me see. I got their album right here. Hang on. Yeah, here it is. So this Black Keys album called Brothers. I think it was recorded. Let me see if I got a date. 2020. They actually went down to Fame Records, and if you read inside here, they talk about they went down there and rented the studio so that they could record this album. And inside it literally describes how, they kind of went in there just kind of not knowing what was going to happen or how it was going to sound. And there's a musical spirit down there that just takes over. And here, let me go ahead and pull this off and read this to you, because this is really cool. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's a really long. Damn, I don't want to read all this. There's part where they said that something took over, and they literally looked at each other and they were like, dude, is this us? It doesn't even sound like us, or something like that. I'm not going to read all that. That's too much. I've read it before. So, and indeed, this album is very funky, front to back. It's very grungy, mud funky. And this is actually a very valuable album. I don't know if you can still find it or not. Try to get it back in its original cellophane. I shouldn't have taken it out. I'll try to work on that later. All right, let me put this back, and I'll be right back. All right, so I didn't light my joint up. They said in the insert that they just started recording and playing, and just something kind of took over, and they were kind of amazed at just what came out of it. They said it just was different, and a different vibe and a different sound than they've ever created. Yeah, it was that they said they just put their equipment on top of the old mixing boards and shit, because everything was just all fucked, dusty and shit. They just put their laptop and their mixing stuff on top of the old boards, and recorded the whole album there. And from what I understand, there was nothing pre-written. They went there, blank slated. My son and I want to do that too eventually. We want to go down there and record, rent some recording time and see what happens. It would be awesome. So even just to be in there in the same recording booths as some of these legends, you mentioned Aretha Franklin and Wilson Pickett, James Brown. There's a group called the Staple Singers that were huge. They're still huge in the Christian market. A lot of people really cut their teeth, or they rebuilt their reputation recording at Muscle Shoals. So, all right, back on topic, because I don't think the Average White Band ever recorded there. I don't remember seeing their names listed. Let's see. I think we need to go to Groovin' the Night Away, and I know I've already uploaded this song, but it's not really getting a lot of hits because I don't think people realize what they're missing out on. So we're going to check that out, and we'll be back because I'm ready to smoke. What am I doing here?
We didn't come around here to sit around and no, 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 no. We didn't come around here to sit like this and looking bored. We came down here to party. Let's go to the night away. Woo, woo, woo. Do the night away. Do it on it. I know the times are tough, but it ain't here not tonight. No, no. Get up off the backside. Got to do it right. Let's roll up the carpet. Time to get down, yeah. The night away. Oh, roll the night away. Roll the night away. Dundee Homes. Now that we got started, let's keep keeping on till dawn. I won't stop until I drop. Got to get it on. We came around the party. Oh, let's go and do the night away. Oh yeah, do the night away.
Goddamn, I can't breathe. This shit's strong as fuck. I'm smoking some Mac 1 grown by Pink Flamingo Farms. I think they're 918. Yeah, Pink Flamingo Farms. All right, hey, let me come back here real quick. Let me unmute so I can cough in your ear. Jesus Christ. You know, it's been a long time since I've came across some one-hit quit shit. But these are little half-gram joints, and I really can only hit them once or twice, and I have to set them down. They're fucking so strong. It's so good. And it's just all indoor flower. There's no what do they call it? Infusion. No keef, no oils, no hash or anything like that. It's just Mac 1. which is Miracle Alien Cookies, I believe. Yeah, some strong shit. I've been smoking the hell out of these joints, but I can only hit them a couple times. I have to snuff it out. Shit's too damn strong. But anyway, yeah, the Oklahoma has enacted some new laws as far as their medical marijuana, and now everything is pre-packaged. Up until a couple weeks ago, you could go in and what they called deli style flour, and they would have these big jars just full of weed, and you could go in and they'd let you smell it, let you look at it. Sometimes they would even have a little sample so you could, kind of feel the bud and see what it felt like. Mostly just smell and kind of look at it. But it was a really good way to know if you wanted to buy that weed or not, just by the smell and the look of it. Now it's everything's prepackaged, and it sucks. I've not been happy with a single prepackaged anything. I've got a fucking whole ounce right here of Sunshine Lime. Was supposed to be a really good sativa. But there's something wrong with it. I don't know if it's not cured out properly, or if they didn't get the roots flushed out, and there's some pesticides still in it. It just doesn't taste right, and it fucks. It doesn't taste right, and there's I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's different now. They don't. Everything's prepackaged. There's a few dispensaries that still have some deli style flour in there, but they're only allowed to sell that up until, I think, a certain time. I'm not sure what end date they have to get rid of all their loose flour, but it's really rare to find loose flour in the dispensaries now. So what I've found is some pre-rolls from a particular grower that they also have prepackaged weed. I haven't tried this grower's prepackaged weed yet, but by buying these 20-pack joints, I pay $98 an ounce, and they're already rolled up. See, here's one that I haven't burned yet. I paid $98 an ounce for all indoor flour, not shake, not fucking bullshit, no trim. It says no trim on the side there. And it tastes like it, and it hits like it. It hits like a fucking, like you just, something you grew yourself and it's fresh weed. So if I can keep getting these, even the two packs, at the 2 packs, you get, different strains and shit, so you get more variety. Even if only buying 2 packs, I only spend like $118 for an ounce. So for now, I'm just going to stick with these pre-rolls, because I like to get the ounces for 100. I don't like to pay more. If you can get bomb ass top quality weed for 100, why would you go spend double or triple just because it's double or triple the price? It's not any better. People think that it's better because it's more expensive, but it's not. It's not. It's if you can find good weed for a cheap price, or you can find, really shitty weed for an expensive price if you want to. It doesn't matter. You can spend what you want. So yeah, I'm not happy with the new laws. I like to have my bowl weed in the mornings when I start my day. I like to smoke a bowl or two, and I haven't been able to do that. I've just been sticking with the pre-rolls. But at $98 an ounce, and they're already rolled up, I don't have to dirty my bong up or anything. It's all right. I'll deal with it for now until I can find some growers. That sell fresh weed at an ounce for a decent price. You know what I mean? So, I used to, be a weed dealer, so I never overspend on weed. It defeats the purpose, right? So you get you get good weed for a decent price, and there's never any problems down the line from that. So that was a long time ago, by the way. What we're gonna do now? Dirty my bong. Dude, I'm telling you, man, these fuckers get dirty fast. I mean, these fuckers get caked in resin fast. It's like, you gotta wash them out, every week or two, or soak them in alcohol, once a month. So, well, what the deal is with the prepackaged shit is they've been trying to do what they call a from seed to sell tracking program on all the growers, all the legit growers that are within the whatever you got to do to be a commercial grower. You have to pay for an extra license, and they got strict guidelines and shit. You got to stick with them. They've been trying to enact this from seed to sell, so they track every seed, and it's impossible in reality, but they're just been making different changes and trying to achieve that full control over it. It's all rigged. And I've told people since it legalized, we've got a certain amount of time to figure out how to grow ourselves before the big corporations take over, and then they really start fucking it up, And I think we're right there. We're like right there, because I know a lot of the small mom and pop operations that were doing concentrates and shit like that. I had friends that had small businesses that got bought out already. As soon as some of these dispensaries started making too much money, they got bought out. And so as I told my son, we could come up with a revolutionary idea, and we can bring something to society that they never knew they needed, right? And we could be successful from that up to a certain point, and then we're going to get a fucking knock on the door, and they're going to make an offer. Hey, you may say no at the first offer, but you better say yes on the second offer, right? And at some point, you can only get so big here before you get bought out, and you don't want to say no on the second offer. That's all I'm saying, because they won't make an offer after that. Then it'll be something completely out of left field. So, there's the idea that you're a free American and you can be a self-made fucking, elite. It's not on the table. If you're not already there, if you're not picked by the CIA, probably, you know what I mean? Become a CIA asset, and all of a sudden you start winning lotteries and shit, right? But honestly, it's all controlled. The wealth is controlled, and they're not going to fucking just give it to you. They're not going to allow you to take it from them. There's only a certain amount of wealth available, and if you don't have it, someone else does, and for you to get it, they got to lose it, right? For one person to be, completely rich, the majority has to be poor. That's how that works. That's how economics work. For that one person to have it all, the rest of us have to not have anything. So, you know what I mean? It's the yin and the yang, it's what the way the world is. So anyway, they get everybody from other state where they can't even purchase it legally. Yeah, I think Kansas and Texas are both very against weed. You're not allowed to have weed and shit in either of those. We got canine searched on our way to Colorado years and years ago. I think 2011, 12, 2013, around there. We was flying. I mean, I was speeding. I was heading to Colorado after work on a Friday, and we had to come back by Monday morning. So we was kind of in a hurry, and we got stopped, and they insisted the canine go around our car, and they insisted that we was trafficking drugs, and I laughed at the cop. I said, "Aren't y'all on the wrong side of the highway?" I said, "We're heading to Colorado. You think we're taking drugs to Colorado? What the fuck is wrong with you?" You know. But yeah, some states aren't cool still. I don't think some states will be cool. I had considered moving to Texas until I started looking at some of those. They've got really good, stuff going as far as, taxes and registration on vehicles and shit like that. But, then they allow you to have, just like Oklahoma, they're very liberal with their gun laws. But then again, you can't be growing weed and shit. At least in Oklahoma, with a marijuana license, I can grow 6 plants. So that's all anybody will ever need. 6 plants. You get even one good plant out of the 6, you're going to be fine for the rest of the year. So anyway, what are we doing now? We grew the night away. Let's go ahead and go to side 2. We're going to listen to High Flying Woman because I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it seems like it will be an upbeat song just by the sound of it, right? Yeah. Yeah. But they're looking for it. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to give you a pass. You're going to get at least a ticket or worse. I know in 2013 they were looking for it. They were looking for it pretty hard. We was in a brand new car too. Like I was like, you could tell it was brand new. We literally barely had anything in it. A couple of bags in the back of the trunk. That was it. They were literally like ripping the interior apart and shit. Trying to pull panels and all kinds of shit. It was crazy. So yeah, Kansas. We quit going through Kansas after that. Like I just don't go to Kansas anymore because fuck that place. Anyway, what are we? High Flying Woman. We'll be back for you high flying ladies.
Stand up, don't let the people get you down. Play some funky music, get dancing, better than hanging around. Yes, it is. You got to fight the blues and strong to beat you. Come on out tonight, don't need money, I'll be there to meet you. 'Cause I believe I can make a high-flying woman again. Yes, I can. Forget about the past, you'll never see that man again. Time was, we were just like sister and brother. Just like brother and sister. But you got hung on him all the time. He treated you like the others. Hey, now he's gone from your life. Let's celebrate. Put on those high heel shoes, paint your face. Got no time to waste. 'Cause I believe I can make you high-flying woman again. Yeah, yeah. Forget about the past, you'll never see that man again. again. Yes, I am. Hey, hey, come on, baby, come on out tonight. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. 'Cause I believe I can make you a high-flying woman again. If you let me go, forget about the past. You'll never see that man again. No way. I believe I can make you a high-flying
I'm back. Yeah, my dad hipped me up or made me hip to the slangs. A lid was a lid full of weed, however much weed they could fit into a lid from a bottle of a pop, or something like that. And a 4-finger bag was an ounce in a bag. 3-finger was 3/4, 2-finger was a half, and then 1-finger was 1/4. Yeah. And they didn't have scales and shit. They just measured it by fingers in the baggie. Yeah. What else was there? Oh yeah, the misinformer. The Mr. Misinformer. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Because I was starting to get irritated by just the completely blatant bad info that he was putting out, and literally never once anything with any proof ever. It dawned on me that all he's doing is data mining, so people like us will be in the comments and be like, "Ah, you're wrong. This is what the truth is." So yeah, I think it works. I think it works in his favor for that, because apparently, he likes to get involved in shit that happened before that he didn't care to get involved in when it happened, or he would know the truth. Because it's funny, especially when he's claiming this person's this person, this person's this person, when all these people I've literally had live video calls with. I've literally had live video calls with, some of these people. I know their voices. I've seen their faces. I know things about them. You know what I mean? So it's funny when, somebody comes in and says, "Oh, this person's this person," and they're like from 2 completely different age groups. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? But I suggest, and what I plan to do is just not interact, not intervene, and not feed the data mining op that's going on there. If this fucker, whoever he is, didn't care enough to be a part of the situation, or didn't think it was worthy of worrying about when it happened, then we don't need to educate them on what happened in the past when all of it's fucking garbage. All of it's garbage, right? None of it matters. Said it 1,000 times. None of it fucking matters. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was listening to a stream last night. I wrote a comment in and I deleted it. It was a really funny comment, but it was a stream that I didn't want to comment on. I didn't want people knowing that I was partaking. But I was drinking a couple beers and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to tune into the drama crowd for a little bit. And what happened? There's something remarkable that happened. I'm trying to think. It just slipped my mind. Oh, what was it? Oh, the calling the feds and shit. This person was like, I'm in contact with the FBI, and dude, who the fuck trusts the FBI right now, right? Like, who the fuck trusts the FBI right now, right? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, So anyway, and they probably are. You know, I believe that all these law agencies have a specific line that they send everybody to. You know, all these tattletales. You know what I mean? They just have a specific line they send them to. They're like, okay, just send them here and click, and then you get to leave your message or whatever. You know, and maybe as a joke or as a punishment, maybe it's a punishment. These, you know, somebody gets in trouble, for, you know, wrecking their patrol car or something, and they're like, oh man, you got to go take the complaints line. You got to go fucking listen to the fucking tattletales and decide whether or not anything's worth fucking doing anything about. So you get, you know, the fucking dude that's always in trouble and always fucking shit up that's listening to your message. You know what I mean? Like that's the dude that shows up at the door. They don't send their fucking elite best detectives to your house, you dumbasses. They send the two retards that can't get shit right. They're like, oh, fucking send these two over there. Go send the equity hires over there to see about this complaint here. You know what I mean? About this online internet complaint. About people that live often in other countries, right? Like I want to make a complaint about this fucking person in Essex, you know? Yeah, it's fucking retarded. Anyway, so yeah, I dabbled in the drama a little bit last night over a couple beers, and it's funny. It's really funny to me how, dude, it's not only, dude, it's become like a lifestyle. It's become a lifestyle. The live streams have. Live streams is becoming a lifestyle. Like that, it's a lifestyle. Like people are fucking, you know, concerned and arguing over wrenches and getting banned and muted and fucking doxxed, and I'm calling the law, and you know, what the fuck, man? Did the documentary not teach anybody any fucking thing? Did nobody learn anything from the 2,000 hits that motherfucker has gotten? Nobody's left any meaningful comments like, oh shit, dude, you're right. Like, all this shit is controlled. That's why I do what I do. Some music, man. We just fucking enjoy some music, right? And share some music. Because none of that other shit matters. It really doesn't. It's a really beautiful place to be when not only, you know, you don't look or listen to the hate that's being spilled about you and spread about you, but you laugh about it and you just let them fucking carry on. Like, go ahead and do what you want to do, say what you want to say. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like some little gay guy calling me the faggot word. Like, okay, whatever, man. If I was gay, I would just be gay, and it would be something I wasn't ashamed about, you know. But some people are gay and they're ashamed of it, you know. It's funny. It's even funnier with, you know, society being the way it's supposed to be. So what are we talking about? What are we doing? You need more bubbles. Be right back. I guess NSC's having a bubble bath. All right. Dude, that actually sounds bomb. I actually haven't had a bubble bath in many, many years. What are we going to listen to next? So we listened to High Flying Woman. We're going to listen to How Sweet Can You Get? And I think that's going to be it. I think I'm gone an hour. Yeah, I've gone long enough. We're going to listen to How Sweet Can You Get? And that'll be it. Yeah, I would, you know, I would be who I am. Like I am, right? Everybody be who you are, you know, whatever it is. It's all good. Whatever. But motherfuckers think it's like seventh grade again, and I gotta fucking prove my shit or something. Like, no, dude, I don't gotta prove anything. Like, matter of fact, it's still early enough. I'm going to do something I don't do often, mainly because my son's not here. I'm gonna open up the panel. If anybody wants to panel up, I've got a little bit of time. Jackie's going to be gone for a little bit longer than normal. So there's the link. Let me pin that shit. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can pin it over here. For some reason, I can't pin the link anymore from my phone. I'm not logged in through the right account on YouTube right now, so there's the link. I'll give y'all a couple minutes to jump on here if you care to, and we'll go ahead and listen to that song actually while I wait.
ask you, baby, can you get sweeter than sugar? Can you get sweeter than you? Candy's so sweet, sweeter when it's in the jar. How sweet can you get? How sweet can you get? How sweet can you get? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did want to talk about this guitar. Beautiful Cordoba guitar. My son got it for free. It sounds beautiful. I don't know any. I mean, do know chords, but it's been a while. Here we go. I don't know if it's in tune or not. Anyway, yeah, they were going to throw it away up there at his job because of this. See the big hole? It's actually cracked all the way across there, up to there. It's cracked, but there's a hole right there. Oh, yeah, they were going to throw it away, and he begged them to give it to him. It sounds great still. The electronics still work on it. So score, as far as I'm concerned, it still sounds good, and as long as you don't show somebody the back of the guitar, they'll never know. I don't know if that can be fixed or not. Probably not. If it could be fixed, they probably would try to with the price of these guitars. But I didn't really understand why these were worth so much more other than these inlays here. The inlay working here on this metal is pretty nice. I mean, that's actually, like, you can feel the texture in there. So those are really nice and everything, but I don't understand what a 4,000 guitar, what the difference is between a $400 guitar versus a $4,000 guitar. So score on his part though, he got it for free. Oh yeah, he just left, didn't he? Yeah. He left right before I had a chance to show this. I don't think it's fixable because I'm looking at the front now too, and it's cracked in the front. It's been through some shit. Oh, maybe that's not a crack. No, that's a pick guard. Okay. So it's just the back. It's just the back that's messed up. It's a beautiful guitar. So, yeah. At least, he rescued it from being just thrown in the back. It seems like they can. It seemed like they'd be able to fix it, but I don't know. Maybe Tier 5 will have a better idea. Next time I see him or whatever, I'll have him look, or I might show him again. So anyway, yeah, we've gone over an hour. That's too long. We'll be back next week. Hopefully my son will be available, or we can maybe do a much later show, if he wants to or something like that. Or we might have to, just continue the Wednesday and then start a Thursday show, because I think Thursday or Fridays is his day off. His Fridays and Saturdays off. So we might start a new series on one of those days that he's off, if he cares to. So I know going from kind of part-time salesman to full-time operations, basically a manager up there, it's a bit different. He's putting in a lot more hours and a lot more physical work than he used to. So he's tired. He's starting to realize being an adult isn't as fun as he thought it would be. Anyway, yeah. Cheers, NSE. DJ, play nice. Appreciate you, man. Always. Amy. Tier 5. Who else was here? Seemed like somebody else was here. Arcana. Yeah, Arcana Mystery. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Much love, and hope y'all have a good week, and we'll see you next week.